let me advise you. I'll ask you, after determining, I'll ask you, how did you determine that the deceased is no more? You remember?
Yes.
What was your answer?
I said that I checked the pulse, the heartbeat, and the breath.
Yes. And you testified that you did not touch the body. You remember that?
Like when you're saying body, are you talking about skin or the body with the clothes?
With the clothes.
I did touch the body with the clothes.
At what time?
That was when I turned her over.
That was after we have already concluded that she's no more.
I turned her over before I included that she's no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times?
How many times did I turn her over?
Yes.
Once, because she was facing sideways.
Please don't be angry, sir. I'm not going to be threatened by you. I'm doing my job here.
Worship,
The reason why I'm putting this
I'm going to object.
is because you've changed your face.
Worship, cross-examination doesn't necessarily mean one has to cross-examine crossly and with emotions and informing the witness. I'm not going to allow my ladies colleague abusing my client in the box. I've put this client into the box to tell the truth freely and voluntarily, and he will answer in the best way ever to arrive at the truth. So these utterances like, I'm not going to be threatened by you, we need protection. The court has to protect us. I'm not going to allow this. Otherwise, if we were to proceed in this way, we're going to lose our rationality and all be emotional. I'm not here for emotions. If he is not getting the right answers, he must live and sleep with them.
Thanks. Appreciate it. May I proceed? Tell us this so that we understand. What was the first thing that you did when you arrived at the place where the deceased was lying?
I went to the restaurant.
No. I'm saying when we approached the body, what was the first thing that you did with the body?
Before even touching or anything.
Sir, what was the first thing that you did?
I first moved it with my leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the second thing that you did?
The second thing is that taking off the blanket or whatever that is.
The third?
The third thing was me now, like I first did this, like to shake them, and they got no response.
Yeah.
That's when I turned them over, and then I checked the pulse and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with my foot. And then after that, I took off the thing, the blanket. And then I found the body laying sideways, facing the wall. So I can't see the face. That's when I now turn them over.
Okay.
Like it's like they're laying sideways, so I just like pull them like backwards. Yeah, like pull them backwards. Like I think it was here and here or something. Like to roll them over. I roll them backwards. Yeah, like somewhere in this area, and like somewhere here, like yeah, around the hip. So yeah.
Are you saying to us that you did not touch the lower body of the deceased? In that
I just
process?
said that I touched the hip side. I rolled them over, touching this area and this area.
What about the legs?
No.
And at that stage, she was still having headache is on.
Yes.
Which means one can safely say that there was no way, or there is no way that your fingerprints will be lifted when the teggies are being examined, because you did not touch that part.
Like the body itself, the skin.
I'm talking about the tegis, the shoes, running shoes.
What about them?
Did you touch them as you were telling
The body
of the disease? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Which means I'm saying your DNA cannot be lifted because you did not touch that part.
On the techies. I only touched. Okay.
Okay. But it's correct that that is one of the items of the disease that you took. Is that correct?
Please repeat.
Is it correct that one of the things that you took is the running shoes of the deceased?
Yes.
What was the reason for that? Because your fingerprints are not there.
Because like I touched the clothes, I was taking the clothes. So how am I going to take off the pants if there's techies on?
That's why then I ask you as to whether did you touch the techies?
The techies, I touched them after.
After.
While I was taking off the clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, what are the items that you took?
Techies, pants, shirt, cap.
Anything else?
No.
But the glasses, you also took them.
I took the classes. No, I didn't take classes.
There were two photos yesterday that were handed in. Depicting or showing yourself. So you remember. This is one of those photos.
Correct, Joshua?
You will agree that that is the photo where you are wearing the t-shirt of the deceased.
Yes.
You are.
Again, may I ask the court to ask my client to answer? His logic is there. I didn't get it. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, madam.
And you are wearing the glasses as well. You notice.
I'm not wearing her glasses. I showed the police the glasses at rest.
Okay.
And then they didn't take the glasses that I gave them. Because they asked me for glasses. I showed them the glasses that I have. I showed them the watch that I have. They didn't take any of that.
Whose glasses are those?
It's the glasses that when I was living, it was first, I moved to 145. When I was living at the previous rest at rest at Parkmore, there was glasses that I found in my room there. Red glasses, they have a red thingy here.
Yeah.
Those are the glasses that I had that day.
Okay. They belong to you.
Well, they don't belong to me. I found them in my room. Like like we were first living at, what's that house? Is it 8? 9? Is it? Yeah, I think it's house number 9. There in Parkmore before we moved to 145. So the room that they moved me into, like it had a bright area, and then I found classes there. Those are the classes that I took. Like I've had them since.
So your evidence is that the reason why you took the clothes of the deceased is due to the fact that you did not want it to be connected with the case of murder.
Yes.
Explain this to me, sir, because I don't understand it. After taking the items that belong to the deceased, why did you decide to wear the T-shirt of the deceased?
Like I wrapped the other clothes in my shirt.
Why did you not use the deceased T-shirt for purposes of wrapping?
There's no explanation for that one.
I would like you to comment on this. The state will put to you that the reason for that, it was due to the fact that your T-shirt had blood. Now, you did not want to be seen by people that were passing. I would like you to comment. If you agree, you agree. If you're not, yeah.
I don't think blood will show on a black T-shirt.
Okay?
Yeah.
Even if it is fresh?
I doubt.
You doubt?
Yeah.
But then why you do not proceed and walk wearing yours? Use the deceased T-shirt to wrap.
I don't have an explanation for that one. I don't have an explanation why I wore the shirt exactly. But I used my shirt to wrap the pants and the khakis.
Is it not because there was something in your T-shirt
No.
that will actually be noticed by people that are passing and then you'll be easily arrested?
Objection?
I'm asking.
Objection to this question. I'll tell you that I'm going to figure out. Was the reason, first time is what there could have been blood on his shirt. You answered that. Blood wouldn't show. Secondly, is it not that there could be something? What is this something? It's a big question.
Not only is that a big question, the accused will answer. If there was nothing that will connect him with the crime, you'll say there was nothing. It's just a question that, was there anything that you were avoiding, that you felt that if it is sin, you'll be linked to this offense? Let me put it in that way. No.
No.
You were walking, you were not running, yeah?
Yeah.
Were you running or were you walking?
I think I was fast walking. Yeah.
Estimatedly, how much time did it take you to arrive at your place?
No, that place is far.
Is it an hour, 2 hours? Remember, we were not.
For the record, already he said place is too far, but he said it in a low voice. Please raise your voice.
That place is far.
The place far?
Yeah.
But estimatedly, how much time, sir? An hour? Is it 2 hours?
Not an hour.
Not an hour. Okay.
Let's say under 40 minutes
Okay.
or something. Yeah.
Okay. And actually, is your evidence that on your way home, you decided to discard or to throw away this piece of evidence? I'm talking about the clothes.
Can I talk?
Yes, yes.
Oh, when I left the scene, that's when I was going to throw away the clothes. Same time when I left the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it at the very same place that is the George Lee Park?
Where I throw away the clothes?
Yes, yes.
No.
Where?
It's in one of the streets.
In one of the streets.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you discard this piece of evidence? How did you throw them away?
In the train.
In the train. How did you do that? Can you show us? Remember, we were not there.
It's a train. I just pushed them inside.
Yes?
Yeah, I just pushed them inside the train.
And what else did you do? Take your time. What else did you do?
I think I stood to check or something.
Sorry?
I think I stood to check or something.
What
Yeah.
is it that you are checking?
Like if it's seeable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanted to ensure that no one will actually pick up that you were in possession of the deceased clothes. You wanted to ensure.
Not like initially for people, because I don't think like you always see like things inside the drain, but no one would go and take things out of the drain. So I was just throwing them away.
And on your arrival at your rest, who did you inform about this?
Our caretaker's girlfriend is Norma, and then I told 2 students.
Okay, let's start with Norma.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you relate this to her?
I think like 2 days after or a day after. Like maybe two or a day after.
Okay. What about the other students?
That could have been like the next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it correct that you informed us that you also related this to your father?
Yeah, I did.
Before I proceed talking about that, we were informed when we started that the father of the deceased is one of the witnesses that will be called. I mean, the father of the accused is one of the witnesses that will be called. At a later stage, the father and the other lady were advised to go and be seated outside. May I find out whether is that the position? Because I say that the father of the deceased is seated in court.
I
mean the father of the accused. Right,
let me just double check that one. Yeah, the father, thank you very much for noticing that. I was going to address the Honorable Court at the later stage to inform the court that based on what we laid on its plate, it seems there won't be any need to call the father. What you could remember that we tendered documents from the father. That was primarily to confirm address in Middleburg and so on. about issue that he told Norma what of its common cause. No one is disputing it. Thank you very much. So he may stay in court, if I may.
Now this. Okay, is Norma, is two other students. Who else did you relate this to? The incident, the murder, who else did you inform about this incident that you witnessed?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. Okay. Are you intending to call her as well
Call her for what?
to testify?
That I told her.
Sir?
That I told her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us this. One of the things yesterday that you told this court about is that you have always been helping people. In one of the documents that was handed in, that is from your class, from your school, also support that.
Now, the school, let me just correct that. The school cannot give anything. The school's principal.
Yeah, but the principal is from, I don't know whether my learned colleague wants to waste the court's time by jumping up and down. We are here, he was given 2 days. And at no stage did I object. It was only once when he was leading this court, you see. May he be advised to stop doing that. He's wasting our time.
So the principal drug relator, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's also saying that you are helping people. You remember that this incident took place on the 29th of October?
Yes.
And you were arrested, was it on the 27th of November?
26 November.
26 November, okay. And at that stage, the state or the police officers, they did not have a clue as to who to link to this offense. You'll agree with me? Because there was no one was arrested.
Yeah.
It took almost a month for you to be linked. You'll agree with me?
Yeah.
As a good person, as a person that you want us to believe that is helping others, what was in your mind with regard to the family of the deceased? Their daughter have passed away, and no one knows except you. What came to your mind?
That's the thing. Like, I didn't know that I'm the only one that knows. I thought that maybe, like, after like I left and all that stuff, you guys are gonna find like the person.
But does that makes any difference?
Well, I
mean,
didn't.
okay.
Oh, no, you can carry on.
I mean, why do you spend 2 to 5 days before you relate or inform any other person so that the family of the deceased can be assisted? Why did it happen like that?
There's too many people sitting in jail for crimes they didn't commit.
I don't know that. And that is not my question. My question is, before informing Norma, correct me if I'm wrong, you said it was after 2 days. Am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You are having that crucial information, sir. Why do you sit with that information?
I didn't want to be involved with the police.
So is it not correct that you're saying to us that you did not commit this offense.
Yeah.
But what is it that we're scared of? Remember, in terms of your conscience, your mindset, you know that I'm not the one. You know that. What is it that was so difficult then in relating the information?
Oh, it was difficult. I wish I did, but here I am.
The advocate asked you yesterday as to whether are you right in terms of your mindset. What was your answer, by the way?
I said I'm right.
Do you think so? Are you not sick?
No.
Okay, after a period of 5 days, you then related this to your fellow students.
Yeah.
Tell us this, why did you inform Usis Noma? What was the reason? Why did you relate this to her?
Because like she's a divorce attorney. Like she also works in court, so like I needed like guidance on what to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And what guidance or advice that you got from this attorney?
She said that if I didn't do it, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay. And what else?
That's it.
Okay. What are the full names of Noma?
I just know Norma.
Are you going to call her as a witness or you don't know? It's going to depend on the legal team.
It depends on them.
That is all that she advised you.
Yeah.
She did not want the two of you to go to the place where you have witnessed this incident.
No.
Why did you not call the SAPS?
Because I was
But not just let me finish. But not mention your name.
Sorry?
Why did you not call the SAPS but not mention your name? Just to say that at a certain place I've witnessed this and that. Why did you not do that?
I wanted to, but like I don't know about how these reporting things work. Like, what if they ask me who's this, or are you at the scene, or come to the police stage? See, so yeah.
But it's the first time that we are hearing that you wanted to do that. At the time that you were testifying, you did not mention that. What is the reason?
You're only asking me the question now.
Your attorney was asking you questions, sir, was leading you, laying the basis, the groundwork. At no stage did you mention this. Why do you mention now?
Like, was I not asked if, like, you guys asked me was why didn't I report it?
No. The question is, why did you not call the SAPS?
Because of the
I'm saying it's the first time that you're informing us that you wanted to do that. You agree with me?
Yeah, like I've been wanting to like talk about it, but I didn't know how.
Yes, but I'm saying you agree with me that it's the first time that we're hearing about this.
Yeah.
Why did you not mention it? Remember the last question, I'm going to be short and brief. The last question that my learned colleague put to you was whether, is there anything else that you would like to add? That was yesterday, you remember that. And the only thing that you said yes, I would like to thank my school, my family. You remember that?
Yes.
Why did you not inform us that you wanted to call the SAPS?
I wasn't thinking about that.
Is it not because it did not happen? You never thought about it due to the fact that you knew that the person that have committed this offense is yourself?
No.
One of the things that you informed us was that the security company 24/7 is all over the place at George Lee Park.
It's all over Parkmore.
Parkmore. And one of the pictures that were handed in, picture of a gate, so you saw two vehicles that belong to 24/7.
24/7.
And one of the things that I observed yesterday is that there are cell phone numbers that are appearing there.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Correct.
As you were walking, being in possession of the clothes, why did you not call 24/7?
While I'm holding the clothes.
Yes, as you're walking, you're in possession of clothes. Yeah, just to make a call, but again, not mentioning your name. Why did you not do that?
I was scared still, yo. I was still scared. The same reason why I didn't call the police.
Scared of what, sir?
Of prison.
Of prison.
Yeah.
When did you start? When did it begin this year on that day?
Like what do you mean?
You're saying you're scared. When did it actually start in terms of having fear?
Like when I almost got locked up in grade 11 for like...
No.
To be asked from the what? From the watching brief. Let's analyze the word watching brief. It's simple. The brief gives you powers by whomsoever, by whatever person, but not the prosecution, to have an interest in the matter. But it doesn't give you the right to actively participate because the interests of the state have been taken care of by the prosecution. Worship, let me not waste court's time. This is another feature of this animal called unfairness, which is shown in this case, and we wanted just to draw court's attention to that. If court finds there's nothing problematic about it, we wouldn't have a problem, we'll proceed with it, but we just wanted to draw court's attention to that.
Bishop, the state is the one that is proceeding with this matter. What is happening is there is an investigating officer. If there's a certain information that I might or the state might have missed, we just speak to the investigating officer. That will be the information that have been discussed in the office as the investigations were continuing. With regard to the watching brief, the state does not actually see any problem with that. The watching brief attorney is not actively involved. He might have notes or questions, but the defense cannot come and argue that beyond reasonable doubt, each and every question that was actually put to the applicant is a question that is being drawn by what? By the watching brief attorney. Yeah. I think cordially, civilly, they've got an interest just to find out from the state as to how are you doing. But I'll leave it. As far as the state is concerned, there is no reason for this application to be made. It's part and parcel of what? Of wasting time. It's part and parcel of ensuring that the state is losing what? Focus. For quite some time, we have been hearing about this what? Unfairness. Since we started about this matter, either the constitutional rights have not, is part and parcel of just wasting the time.
May I have a short reply, Your Worship, for the conflicts? I have serious problems with personal attacks on me that I am here to do a bail application and waste cost time. It's a personal attack, and we cannot operate like that as civil colleagues. I take serious offense that I come to court to waste cost time when I raise pertinent and genuine issues for the record. Now, my learned colleague wants to say he will impose when should I object and now. The fundamental question I'm raising is here are notes. He is not referring to the notes. And I can show they're written in red. They are from a source called Watching Brief. And these questions come from. And we are simply saying the Watching Brief, for it to be party in these proceedings, a proper application has to be brought. And even where they are sitting, they were not supposed to be seated here. For starters, they're part of the audience, unless if Honorable Court gives preferential special treatment to the Watching Brief. And I'm not even sure if the prosecution did at some stage introduce the Watching Brief. We were not aware of anything. What we see is a cordial relationship between the two of them, and their love relationship grows from day to day. Thank you.
Bishop, may I answer? For starters, if we compare the two documents, surely my learned colleague will realize that the handwriting is not the same. It's misleading this court. These have been written by the investigating officer. If he wants to go through the statement of the investigating officer, it is wrong to come and argue before court, mislead the court. He's not correct. Secondly, with regard to the issue of respect, if you want to be respected, if you want not to face personal attack, you should be the one who's doing that first. The state, myself, I was attacked by the advocate that I'm a young boy. What is that? It's on record. Yeah, that is what was said. Yes. He must do that first.
The school is not going to entertain any attacks on either parties, from either parties towards any other party. We are all adult people, and we know what the rules are. Concerning the application by the defendants, I myself also see no problem with somebody. It is for the prosecutor to decide whether they want to be helped by somebody, whether they use the questions, refer to them. It's on the prosecution's decision whether they want to proceed with the question or not. So the court will allow the Watching Brief to be present.
As the court pleases.
Good. So you're still under oath, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mahungela, since you have been here, you gave us your recollection of the events. That is your version. Yes. For example, before we adjourn, you explained before this honorable court the reason why you did not report this, you did not call the police. You remember, yes. You've given us the reason. Yeah. But you will also recall that the state have put to you that your explanation cannot be reasonable and possible true. That is the view of the state. Yeah. We are saying you are not being honest. You are not telling the truth before this honorable court. What is your comment? Any comment?
Yeah.
As a prosecution, what we are saying is that you are not being honest. You are not being truthful to this. Any comment?
In my point of view, it's as if you want me to say what you want to hear.
Sorry?
In my point of view, it's as if you want me to say what you want to hear.
Let's deal with what you told us last week. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. Is it correct that you testified that you arrived at Sentin between 9:30 and 10 o'clock from Alexandra?
Yeah,
Correct me
estimated.
if I'm wrong.
Estimated, yeah.
Okay. It is therefore your evidence that before 9 o'clock you were not in Sentin.
Like, I'm not really sure with the times, because they also are on my phone, like the times of on the pictures, like that I took at the sports center and stuff. So, yeah.
But remember, I don't want us to argue about this. In terms of your evidence, you said after sleeping in the taxi, being lost, asking the taxi driver to assist you, and you refused. You think you were at Sentin between 9:30 and 10 o'clock.
Between 9 and 10.
Between 9 and 10. Okay. You are sure about that?
It's an estimation of time. I didn't know that I'm going to be facing that situation until now.
Tell us this then. Is it possible that at the scene of crime, you were at that place at 8 o'clock or before 8 o'clock?
I was where?
At the scene of crime before 8 o'clock.
I was at the scene of crime before
That is
8.
George Lee Park.
I was there before 8 o'clock.
Yes. Is it possible?
No.
You are quite certain about that?
Yeah, I think I'm quite certain.
Another reason why I'm putting this question to you. One, if the state gets an opportunity to lead evidence, the state, one, will proceed by way of affidavits. The state is in possession of an affidavit from private investigator, is in possession of an affidavit from the investigating officer. And both of them are informing the state that you were at the scene of crime before 8 o'clock.
Before 8 o'clock?
Yes. Will they be correct? Just a comment.
No, I doubt, because on my iPhone there's the time of the pictures.
Yeah.
Like the picture when I took the menu, there's time. iPhone shows time. There's picture of time when I took the picture of the menu. There's picture of time when I took the picture of the blue board outside at the gate.
Okay. And is your view, is your testimony that you only arrived at Sentin after 9 o'clock? Is it your testimony?
As I said before, I'm not quite certain about the time, but it could be estimated around 9 or 10.
9 or 10. Okay. Then assist us on this then. You'll recall that yesterday there were a number of documents that were given to your legal team, that were given to yourself, and even this honorable court. You recall that, even the photos.
Yes.
Are you in possession of?
No, I don't have it.
But it was given to you.
Yeah.
It's a telecom issue. Telecom, yes. Is it A or D?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Look at page 1, it's written page 1 of 4.
Yeah,
Okay, you got it.
I found it.
1 of 4. Surely you'll recall that my learned colleague yesterday, as part of leading evidence, asking you questions, this is one of the documents he basically used. You remember that?
Yeah.
That is your advocate. Okay. Can you look at line number 9? Is the 29th of October, 07:35, 50
Yeah.
seconds. These are the results of what we call 205, which basically shows us where was your phone at that time. You understand that, right?
I understand.
Okay. And in most instances, it will refer you to the tower or to the base station. And you'll recall that before I deal with it, it's your evidence, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, that around 9 o'clock, because you keep on saying that you're not quite sure it's an estimation, yeah, you were at Sentin. But this document indicates to us that at this time, 07:35, 50 seconds, you were at or near the Jesse Sunset Bay, which is a base station in Sentin.
Are you talking about the 7:35, 50
Yes.
seconds?
Yes, 7 is actually 07:35, 50.
Yeah,
Do you see it?
I see it.
Yes. Now, it gave us the results, and the results are that around this time, yeah, you were at Sentin. Any comment or explanation?
Like I see here under Sunset Bay, it says Senton View.
No. That is another line.
So, but like
That
you
is
see,
another line.
it's a minute after the same one.
That is another line. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. What were you saying?
Yeah, you can see that they are like 1 minute apart.
Yes.
Do you see at the second line it says Senton View under Sunset Bay?
Yeah.
That's the last Senton View. Senton View is here in Wynberg.
Where in Wynberg?
It's here in Wynberg. You just go out here down the road. It's at Senton View at Mint Hotel, where I stayed last year.
is because the reason why I'm putting this to you, in terms of not only these results, in terms of and the state, when it's presenting evidence, reading the affidavit of the investigating officer on the record, that this tower is actually in Sandton. That's the information that we are having from the police officer. Are you saying that is not correct?
Well, I only know that Sandton View is here in Wynberg. The rest I don't know. But I know that only
besides that, you will not tell us at Sandton View at which place is this tower.
Yeah.
But then do you realize that there's a difference of time? Because on your part, you are telling us that around 9 o'clock, it was only at that time that you arrived at Sandton. But this one is saying that around 5:30 or 25 to 8, you were already in Sandton. Do you realize my problem or difficulty?
I should have been in Sandton at around like 8:10 or something.
Around?
I should have been in Sandton around maybe 8:10 or something. Because the taxi is passing Sandton View, as it's written here. If it's passing Sandton View, it still has to go around Mandela side, Nelson Mandela side, and then only does it go straight.
The first time that we are hearing about that, you agree with me?
Yeah, like the taxi, like it.
What I'm saying, this version.
Ma'am, like the taxi, like it when it leaves Penn, it doesn't like take the highway like to Sandton. It goes around. It must go around Nelson Mandela Square and all those places, like in Sandton, like different locations.
But is it correct that that version of testimony is the first time that you are presenting it before this court?
Yeah.
Why last week or yesterday you did not mention this?
Like you guys are the ones asking me the questions. I'm not the one.
Okay, let me put it in this way. Did you inform the advocate about what you just told us?
About this?
During consultation.
Worship, with the greatest respect, I don't understand. My little colleague has to be the first one to remember that these cell phones, photos about him wearing the t-shirt were only given to us in court. I didn't even consult on this. I even put it on record that we are receiving them in court and we wouldn't get an opportunity to, I used them as soon as, so let's remind ourselves before asking questions. So, my learned colleague then, before arriving at this question, did you tell your advocate, must inform the court that after me giving you the documents in court, did you get an opportunity to consult with your attorney on this? And it is not only this, it is also the photos on the LRC and other photos, I think, warning statement also, which were requested, by the way, on Thursday. I've got the emails as proof. So I find this question in the circumstances to be unfair. And really, I don't know. But again, I shouldn't be lambasted and not being protected for being trying to distract the prosecutor. That's an act of cowardice. I don't play that. Those are childish games. I don't play that.
Bishop, with regard to that, with greatest respect to my learned colleague, I think both the state and the defense, after there were some arguments, were advised by this honorable court to ensure that we respect this court. This question is a question that is not only about what the defense received yesterday. Remember, we were given a version that the accused or applicant will come and tell this court that a day before that, he attended a pyjama party. That version was started hearing last week. And thereafter, we were informed that early hours of the morning, around 7 o'clock, that is the time that the applicant took a taxi from Susumane, if I'm not mistaken, to Penn. And from Penn, then he took, that was the version that we were given. There's nothing wrong, because basically this question is with regard to that version. Yes. Tell us this. Are you aware, or do you know that there's a place which is called Hurlingham, which is just opposite George Lee Park?
No.
Okay. It will be our version I'm putting to you. There's that place. And this Sentin Tower it is actually at Hurlingham. It's not here. I know my your legal team, my learned friend, when he takes further instructions, surely is going to follow this up. But we, as a state, will put to you that you are not correct in what you're saying. This place is just opposite the George Lee Park. That is where this poor lady, the deceased, was murdered. At that time, you were at the scene of crime. Around 7 o'clock, sir.
Are you saying that the deceased passed away at 7 o'clock?
No, I'm saying, remember you are the accused. I'm saying at past 7 o'clock, you were at the scene of crime. This tower that we're talking about is at Hurlingham, which is opposite the George Lee Park.
The Sentin View Tower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And actually, talking about the deceased, you are
What's your answer to that statement?
I said the tower at Sentin View, like the Sentin View Tower, is at Hurlingham, and then he said yes.
But the question is, what you are presenting this honorable court to this honorable court is not correct at all. That's what I'm putting to you, because that tower is just next to the scene of crime. Any comment?
I wouldn't know about that.
Can you look at this photo again? You are in position of. Yes. What we see in that picture is a photo of the deceased. Is that correct?
Yes.
Under that, we've got the date and time, the 29th of October, 2023, 08:05. Do you see that? Okay. I'll put to you that this time 0805, this is the time when the deceased, the timekeeper of that event, this is the time that he took the photo of the deceased. The deceased at that time, she was already at that park.
At 5 minutes past 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, we'll lead that evidence that at 4 minutes past 8, she was actually on her way to the entrance.
Okay.
And there was a timekeeper. Then the timekeeper took her photo at 5 minutes past 8. You understand?
Yeah.
You are in possession of this one as well.
They took it.
This one. This picture, I think is, yeah. Looking at this picture, is it correct that the person that is appearing there, if I'm not wrong or corrected, it was not disputed yesterday. Is it correct that it was yourself? The person that is appearing there?
No,
that's next to the gate.
This one isn't me.
Why do you say that?
Isn't there two? This is the lady.
I know, but even this one, it's you. That is the evidence as a state. When we proceed with trial,
I'm saying,
actually,
like on my picture, it's the lady one. I think here's the one.
They gave
the
you
wrong
the
one. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying even yesterday it was not in dispute. Is it correct that it is yourself? We will put the following. At the time the deceased, her photo was being taken. Regarding the first page that I gave to you, you were behind the deceased. That is the evidence that we're going to lead. And the distance between yourself and the deceased is plus minus 100 meters. It's
okay.
Not long.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Do you see in these pictures, when I'm here, there's no shadows of trees or anything. So which means the time frame is way different. 100 meters couldn't have been that. How do I walk there and then there's no more shadows and stuff from the trees? And do you see me at the gate? I'm standing. Do you see how she enters at the gate? She's walking inside. I'm standing at the gate looking at the blue board that I talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, there were 3 photos that were presented yesterday. This was the other photo, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that photo?
I don't have that photo.
This one. You are in position of. The reason why I'm bringing this, I just want to rephrase my question, so that you can be able to guide us very well, as you are the one who was at the scene of crime. This photo, the last one. Can you? Yes, this one, photo number 1.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see it?
I see it.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a photo that was taken at the time that you were following the deceased. At the time, the timekeeper was taking photos.
Right.
Any comment? You'll dispute if you dispute.
No, can I speak?
Yes, yes, yes.
Like if I was following the deceased, right? So like if I was following her, like that means then I had intentions to like going to do the crime, right?
I don't know.
So like no, like what like why would I then stand at the gate and look at the board? If like I knew what I was doing, if I knew the place. You can see how she walks in. She walks in straight from here, from the side. I would have done the same if I knew the place, but I'm looking at the board. Do you see me standing there looking at the board? Just look there.
Which picture you?
The one of me.
Okay, yeah.
Do you see me standing there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But can we compare these pictures, the two pictures? 2023, 10, 29.
Yeah.
You put them in this manner, this fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you realize that in one picture, the deceased is entering the gate?
Yeah.
Do you realize that?
Yeah.
Do you also realize that yourself, in this picture, this other one, you are entering the gate?
Entering the gate.
Yes.
But okay.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of...
Sorry, I should interrupt. It seems he still has something to say and is interrupted. Please may answer.
Okay, anything that you wanted to add?
Like it doesn't make sense because, like you said, I'm approximately like 100 meters away from her, right? So in approximately 100 meters, is that enough time for me to like walk behind her and then like the sun moves and then the shadows disappear from the trees? If I was 100 meters away from her, that means like that means the sun, like the trees should have still been showing in my picture too, but there's no trees. And as you can see, she's walking in, like it's like walking this side. The gate is here. If I know the place or I know where I'm going to go straight inside on the right side. I went all the way to the left side and stood at the board. If you can see, I'm standing in front of the board, looking at the board. And the board I talked about from the beginning.
Let me put it in this way, just for purposes of avoiding wasting time, to be brief. Is it correct that you were at the scene of crime? You were at the place where this running event was taking place? Because in terms of these pictures, it's appearing. Is it correct?
Like now I'm seeing with the pictures you guys showed me because I saw the deceased entering and me entering. Yeah.
Is it correct?
Well, clearly yes. Yeah.
Which means you are no longer disputing it as the past 2 days. You remember the evidence that we're in possession of from yourself was that, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, was that you were never at the place where there was a running event. That is at that gate. You remember that?
I wasn't at the place of...
Remember at George Lee Park,
there
was a running event.
Yes. Which I didn't know anything about.
You said yes, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You said you did not know because you were not at that place where actually the starting line was. You remember that?
Yeah, I didn't even know about the starting lines or the event.
Yes.
But like, can I...
Yeah,
so
proceed.
like my other question is, where are these many people that she was running with? And since you said that she always attends this thing, don't you think that the person that did this knows that she was going to be at that event on that same day?
Okay. You know, I know that I'm not supposed to answer questions. You are there. I've said that before. Only to answer. But let me say this to you. This is only a bail application. And these pictures are from a footage.
Okay.
When we lead that evidence of the video footage, you will be able to see that there were other people that took part in this event. And actually talking about that, and you said yesterday that you are not going to comment because you don't know. The deceased, she was not running. She was walking due to her personal circumstances. The fact that she was 14 months pregnant.
14.
14 weeks, my apologies. 14 weeks pregnant. I'm just...
Yes, I respect this question by my colleague. May it be noted the issue about pregnancy only showed up in cross-examination. We didn't know a thing about it. And also, that good faith basis, allegations should not be made without any basis. If my learned colleague can just produce, because we know for a fact that the DNA is not there, clarify to the court as to whether they've got any documentation or any other source which informs the fact.
Appreciated. With greatest respect, Your Chief, part of the evidence that we have informed this court that we were in possession of, and a part of it was given to the defense, is please stop acting, sir. Your Chief, there's one problem that I'm having. Whenever that I'm addressing court, the attorney, that these actions, that is the honest truth. And at the time that they were given an opportunity, no matter whether the question I like or I do not, I was not acting. Stop doing that. We are in possession of the PM report. And at the PM report, can I just finish, Advocate?
On behalf of the attorney, I'm sorry if there's anything which is working on my colleague's nerves, but I can speak for myself and my attorney. We are not doing anything to distract. We're just doing it. We are sincerely sorry. We believe we have to act ethically, and that's what we strive for. And if my left colleague is getting irritated about any other thing, we are sorry.
As I was saying, we are in possession of the PM report. In terms, and this will be provided, be given to the defense. There's no intention on the part of the state to ambush the defense. That is appearing in the PM report. You can note it. State is not bringing any information without the support. Court, please.
She was walking because she was 14 weeks pregnant.
Yes, yeah, weeks, not months. Yes. And that's when then she entered this gate. Surely you will not dispute that because you do not know. Is that the information that the state is in possession of? Huh?
Yes. Sorry, am I allowed to speak?
Yes.
Like, can you please explain to me, all over these pictures, from the gate, from this black gate here close to the Wendy house, from the picture by the board, from the trees, in my picture, there's none of these shadows. So, how was I following her 100 meters away? So, could I walk 100 meters and the sun decides to now move?
With regard to that, there is no explanation that I'm going to give to you, sir. Your advocate, in presenting or even argument, surely is taking note of this. He's going to deal with it.
Okay.
Is it not correct that the very same gate, when you were presenting your evidence, you said that you do not know that gate? You have never seen before. Is it correct?
Correct.
Okay. But now, why are you appearing in that vicinity of that gate?
I was lost. That's how I got to the area.
And you don't recall that it's one of the places that you passed as you were looking for your way out. Is that what you are saying to us?
I don't
recall. You are saying you were lost.
Yeah.
And you said yesterday or last week that you do not know this game.
Correct.
But now it's appearing in these pictures. Yeah.
That I'm at the place.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know the place. That's why I went inside the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say that I did go inside the place. By the blue board, which you guys can also see in the picture.
Okay.
Which means I was telling the truth about the blue board that I took a picture of on my phone. As you can see around the picture too, it's there.
Okay.
And the black fence. There's the fence also.
Tell us this. I know that I might have asked these questions. But this question. The vehicles that belong to 24/7, as I said to you, were having the cell phone numbers. Why did you not actually use those numbers to call them?
I didn't know what to do. I wasn't even thinking straight. It was the first time that I come through a situation like this.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Let's look at this in conclusion. This court is being presented evidence. You have testified. We have we have presented evidence by way of what? Of cross-examining you, putting our version to you. One of the things yesterday that you made mention of is that as far as you are concerned, you should be facing and be convicted of a charge of defeating ends of justice or concealing. You remember, you admitted.
I remember, yes.
And is it still your position
that
you are guilty of defeating the ends of justice? You are guilty. Is it your position? Let's so that you answer. Is it correct that yesterday, when you were being led by your advocate, you indicated to this court that as far as you're concerned, you should be charged and be convicted of defeating ends of justice and or concealing the evidence? You remember that? It will be corrected if I put it wrong.
Let me assist. What I said was the likelihood is that you might be charged for defeating the ends of justice. And I specifically referred to theft, which has to do with the top. And we even quantify an estimated amount of 250, which would be its cost price at a given store. That's what he said. So, and the other thing which I need to correct is that he never said, but even if he said it, we suffer no harm about it, that he would plead guilty. We said, you are likely to be charged with. The guilty part of it will deal with it in the trial court, not in this court. Yeah, I think it helps a lot.
Thanks, appreciated.
Thank you.
Are you then telling us that on that day you committed an offense, although as far as you're concerned, it was not that of armed robbery, of murder, as well as rape? Are you saying on that day you committed an offense?
On that day, the crime that I committed was taking the clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you knew at that stage that what you were doing amount to an offense.
Yeah.
Then why should we believe you and be prepared to release you on bail, whereas you are a criminal, you have committed an offense? That's what you said, that you understand very well that on that day you committed an offense. Why this court, what is it that you can present that I should be released on bail, whereas on that day you committed an offense?
I've never committed crime before. And also when the police came to me and asked me, I could have still denied it like people always deny. But I did say I did take the clothes. And when they asked me to open my phone, I didn't resist anything. They searched my room and all that stuff. I complied with everything. Because I know that I didn't like commit the crime. My only crime that I will agree to is that I did take the clothes and I did throw them away.
Yeah,
I'm not denying.
It is crime, sir.
Yes, I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it. But I'm not a criminal. That's one thing that's for sure.
You see, your problem is one, still you are not being honest to this court. Now the reason why I'm putting this to you, you wanted to present that picture of an honest person, whereas on that day you went beyond that by ensuring that the clothes of the deceased will never be recovered, concealing them, putting them in the drainage. What is your comment with regard to that?
I'm only human. We all make mistakes.
Is that a mistake?
Yes, it was.
Sir, I'll put to you that it's not a mistake. You are lying before this court. Remember, it's part and parcel of your evidence that you did not only place the items in that drainage. You took few steps and look whether will they be visible to other people. Remember, that's your evidence.
Yes.
Is that not so?
Yes.
Is that a mistake? Do you call that a mistake?
Like, I did not deny me throwing away the clothes or checking all of that stuff. I could have denied it, but I didn't, because I know that I didn't kill the person. All that I know is that what happened with me.
That action, what you did, do you call it a mistake? Looking to establish whether are these visible or not, do you call that a mistake?
No.
That's why I'm saying that. How do you convince me then? Because you've got a tendency of committing crimes. You stole first, that is theft. And you ensured that these items will never be recovered. Do you want us to believe that you are fit and proper person to be released on bail?
Yes, because you wouldn't hear. Okay, so.
Proceed.
So, like, for me not to be released on bail, okay, let's say you shouldn't release me on bail, right? Like, what crimes have I committed? Or is this my first crime? Is it my first time being arrested?
Do you want me to answer?
No, like, I'm saying I've never been arrested for robbery. I haven't been arrested for theft. I haven't been arrested for snacks things. So I don't understand why I can't be released on bail. Like, I'm going to run.
You remember one of the questions that I've put to you is that a normal person will not have acted in the manner that you've acted. And then you said, yes, you agree. You remember?
I remember.
That's opinionated. And we object on that ground. It's opinionated.
You had already answered.
It's an opinion. It doesn't change the color of, if it's blue, it's blue. It's an opinion.
I'll proceed. You remember that was your answer, that you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I?
He still wants to answer, please.
Okay.
So like, it doesn't make sense why you guys wouldn't want to give me bail, because after like the whole crime and all of that, I was still in Parkmore for 4 weeks until you guys got me on the 26th. Why didn't I go somewhere else if I was going to run? I waited, and when the police came, I saw them, asked them, you can even ask the investigating officer. I was standing at the kitchen window. I saw them coming in, and I stood, I didn't run.
Okay.
And he asked me about the picture once, and I agreed that it was me.
Okay. Are you done? The reason why is I'm still putting to you that a normal person will not act in that fashion. Remember, you have considered that you spent almost a month, although you wanted to be taken as a helper, without informing the state authorities about what you witnessed. You remember that?
I remember.
Do you want a person of that personality, that character, like yours, to be given bail?
Like
You don't deserve to
what
be
do you
given
mean?
bail.
What do you mean, my character?
Listen, your character, I'm putting to you, is that of a person who is not normal. As I said,
Again,
one,
I object. My learned colleague is not a specialist to distinguish
Right,
between.
let's just use another word. It's not like a reasonable man.
yes,
Good.
yes, yes.
The word normal has not been used only once, and it should be retracted even on previous occasion. Because my learned colleague is not an expert in that field. It's for psychologists. If he's talking about the brain, if he's talking about the body, it's medical doctors. He's none of those.
A reasonable man, the advocate will behave now, will not have acted in the manner that you've acted. And as such, the state will pray is going to bring an application before this court that you have not shown grounds for you to be released on bail. You are not fit and proper person. That will be the state argument.
Okay.
During argument.
No, cannot be. It's a legal question, and that is why my learned colleague qualifies, and I agree with him when he says, he speaks about grounds. It's a legal question. We'll be dealing with that in arguments. This witness is here to give facts. Arguments, I would. As the court pleases, and if I'm overruled, I'll accept it.
There's nothing that prevents the applicant accused in saying that there is no comment. I do not understand the question. He has been doing that.
So the state is going to argue that you are not fit to be granted bail. Do you have any comment to that?
I don't see why I shouldn't be granted bail. It's already as if everyone is now saying I already killed the person. Why are people always given a chance to go outside on bail, but then when it's me now, I can't go outside on bail?
Listen, there are legal rules in this country. The reason why when we started, we said this is a Schedule 6 offense. And surely it was explained by my learned colleague that with regard to Schedule 6 offense, I know you do not know this. You will only be able to be granted bail if you show that there are exceptional circumstances that exist. It was explained, but surely, yes. But I want to ask for a short adjournment just for 15 minutes. It was something that the state needed to attend it. I'll proceed.
Adjourn until 1 o'clock.
Yes, yes, I should.
Thank you.